And in our top business story, average rents in Dubai remained unchanged in the third quarter of 2014, but the Emirate still registered the biggest annual growth, according to a new Knight Frank report. The real estate consultancy's Prime Global Rental Index revealed that rental growth in Dubai was more than 12% compared to Q3 2013. It topped a list of 16 real estate markets in the world, although the rate of growth has slowed considerably during the year. Rents rose by just 2% in the second quarter of the year and were flat in the 3 months to an end of September, according to the Knight Frank Index. The Emirates' 12.4% annual rental growth put it ahead of Tokyo, Nairobi, New York and Cape Town for the biggest increases in the past 12 months. Globally, the index increased by 2.1% in the year to September, its rate of annual growth slowing considerably from 5.8% a year earlier. Knight Frank said that of the 16 cities tracked by the index, it expects New York and London to record the strongest increase in prime rents in 2015. The index's overall slowdown becomes apparent when the results are compared year on year. In the year to September 2013, nearly 90% of the cities tracked saw prime rents increase on an annual basis, but this figure has now shrunk to 66%. Of the cities tracked, New York continues to command the highest luxury rents in real terms, with London and Moscow sitting in second and third place. Abu Dhabi International Airport on Tuesday reopened its newly renovated southern runway as part of its expansion plans in preparation for the midfield terminal complex becoming operational in 2017. The major milestone was marked with an A380 takeoff and landing, and the runway was officially declared operational by Ali Majid Al Mansouri, the chairman of the Abu Dhabi Airports. The reopening of the southern runway comes ahead of the scheduled flights of Etihad Airways Airbus A380 and Boeing Dreamliner 787 aircraft, which were unveiled last week. The upgrade included the refurbishment and widening of the southern runway, elevating it to Code F standard to be able to accommodate the world's largest super jumbos. Together, both runways will reach a total combined capacity in excess of 500,000 aircraft movements annually, making Abu Dhabi International Airport one of the largest two-runway operations in the world. In addition to the southern runway renovation, the Southern Airfield program included the construction of an airside tunnel running more than 1.2 kilometers in length, enabling connectivity between the midfield terminal complex and the existing Terminals 1 and 3. The total cost of the Southern Airfield program was approximately 830 million dirhams. And Etihad Airways said it has completed a deal to acquire a 49% stake in the financially ailing Alitalia, with the new Italian carrier set to start operations on the 1st of January. Etihad stated that it has subscribed and paid for the capital increase of €387.5 million to acquire the stake in the airline. In November, the Italian Transport Minister stated that he expected no obstacles to the deal, valued at a total of €1.75 billion, and that their alliance would be fully operational by the new year. Etihad over the past 3 years has been acquiring equity stakes in struggling carriers to boost its geographic footprint and connectivity. This year, Etihad has grown its equity partnership to 8, including Air Seychelles, Air Berlin, Virgin Australia, Air Serbia, Ireland's Aer Lingus and India's Jet Airways. An investment in Etihad Regional, which was formerly known as Darwin Airline, is awaiting final regulatory approval. Alitalia approached Etihad last year after its major shareholders, including Air France-KLM, refused to provide more capital and reduced their holding to 7% from 20%. Aggressive retail push from handset manufacturers and new smartphone launches helped the UAE market witness a 41.67% growth in the third quarter, according to figures from the International Data Corporation. Smartphone shipments registering a market share of 76.47%, and in the fourth quarter, the smartphone segment is expected to have 78% market share of the total sales. Samsung held a market share of 37% in the quarter in the smartphone segment, followed by Apple with 12% and Lenovo with 10%. With many unbranded phones launching smartphones at 1/3 of the premium phone prices, these brands have altogether captured 6% of the market share. In the basic phone segment, Nokia is still the king, with about 68% share of the basic phones market in the UAE, although the numbers compared to overall phone sales has been falling dramatically. The relatively high number of basic phone sales in the UAE has been attributed to Dubai being a transit city for both phones and people, with a large proportion of fixed-term construction workers, as well as a significant amount of basic phones that are re-exported to other countries, particularly in Africa, although the IDC statistics do not account the re-exports.